see this. So, Exodus chapter 25, we started this last week, verse 1. This is when God spoke to Moses, and he said, "Speak unto the children," verse 2, of Israel, "that they bring me an offering of every man that giveth it willingly with his heart. Ye shall take up my offering." Now, this offering was called a heave offering. All right? Heave. That's what it is known as, a heave offering. I kept telling myself today, all day, we need to take up a heave offering. Wait till you hear what was in the heave offering. It is so amazing. All right, now I'm not going to go through, we read last week, all the stuff. I'm going to break down, as you can see, verse 3, verse 4, verse 5, verse 6, verse 7. That those have everything that was in the heave offering. There are 14 items in the heave offering that God took to build his tabernacle. Tap your neighbor and say, it takes something.
It takes something.
Tap your other neighbor and say, and you have to give it. In order for God to have his residence inside of us, it takes something from us. Now again, I am not correlating this to the church, although it has a lot of correlation to the church building itself. We want a nice church building, but I'm talking about this right here. This is the tabernacle, the temple. This is where God resides now. It's no longer just in a building. Now we fill the building which God resides in. So God is still residing in this building. It's just that we now have him inside of us and take him with us. So it's still just as important. But I thought it's so amazing at how much God, and look, I feel the Holy Ghost. I can't preach tonight. I really want to preach. But look, when God desires to do a work, whether it's in you or in a city, he will always make provisions for that work. The more I studied this, the more I found it so fascinating that God said, yes, you're going to be slaves in a foreign land, but I'm going to make, at the end of the 430 years, I'm going to give you something to take with you to provide. Everything that they had. The Bible says they went to their neighbors in Egypt and they started handing them things. I could not believe how much stuff they actually had to give when they're in the middle of the desert. It doesn't matter. Look, when God wants to do a work, you can look at yourself and say, well, I'm not a Bible study teacher. Look, when God calls you to something, he'll supply for whatever he called you to do. You got to stop looking at the natural. They're in the middle of the desert saying, where are we going to get all this stuff? Well, I gave it to you all the way back then, and you brought it out with you so that you can use it for my glory. As long as we use it for his glory. He didn't give you your talents and abilities for you to get a better job and for you to further your financial status in this world. Now, please forgive me. I think it's good to go to college. I think it's good to have a good job, a good paying job. But that's not why you have the talents and abilities that God gave you. He gave them to you for the purpose of having a sanctuary, a residence where he can abide in, that he can reach other people. Amen. The whole purpose. Again, I got to stop preaching, but this just excites me so much. The whole purpose for the tabernacle was so that everyone around the camp and around the camp could see the house where God resides. It drew them in. Not just the house of Israel, the camp of Israel. I'm talking about their enemies saw the tabernacle. They saw the smoke from a ways off, or they saw the fire from a ways off, and they knew the